Thank you for tuning in to Work at Bird Sessions, coming to you from Work at Bird Studios here in Longmont, Colorado. Our show is dedicated to promote talented musicians and introduce them to our audience. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel below or watch any of the most recent or past episodes. You can like us on Facebook and Instagram, and I do tweet now and again, so you'll see me there. Also, you can become a supporter on my Patreon page, and that helps fund this program by either contributing per episode or monthly. So please check that out at patreon.com/workitbirdstudios. My name is Christopher Wright, your host. Our videographer is Jesse Albanese from Wild Acorns Media. Today we have Prep Rally with us in the studio from Denver. Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, and such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Let's do some introductions.
Cool.
Yeah. Start with you.
Yeah. So my name is Tatum. I am the vocalist. I do flute. I write lyrics, and co-write songs with Drew for Prep Rally.
Nice.
Yeah, my name's Drew, and I do a lot of the production and keys, guitars, music stuff, and yeah.
Very cool. Well, Dynamite, thank you guys again. Let's jump right in. What's the first song we have for us today?
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing "Break In," which was the first single off our EP that we're releasing on April 2nd.
Very cool.
We released it at midnight on New Year's.
This past New Year's?
Yeah.
Awesome. Very
Breaking
cool.
the new year.
All right. Great way to break in the new year. Fantastic. This is Prep Rally from Work at Bird Studios.
Fabricated attitude don't got me fooled anymore. Oh no, I'm being my own girl, so I'm kicking them out. I'm queen of the whole world, and I'm kicking them out. Don't need the diamonds and pearls, yeah, I'm kicking them out. I'm kicking them out. All they did was break into my stupid heart. Break up when I did something wrong. Break down when it did.
That was so fun.
Thank you.
Very nice. I loved it. Great. Let's jump into another song, and then we'll get to know you guys a little bit better.
Okay.
Cool.
That's good.
That time, let's go for a ride. Let the seats hand on your thigh. Stick shift, street lights, next up, city lights. Oh, you know, we get in the car and we're driving in the fast lane. No, don't you stop, don't even stop for nothing. Can't you feel it inside? The adrenaline coursing through your veins, pumping through your blood. That's how you know you are up to no good. Breaking all the rules, falling into fun. We'll skip, dip, and pull, stay until we see the sun. I don't care if we get caught. There's no bailing on the night when you feel you're inside. Everybody's trying to run. I only wanna have a good time. Roll the windows down to my favorite sound. Honk if you're having the time of your life. 'Cause I'm not making good decisions tonight. And I don't ever wanna come down from this high. Yeah. Breaking all the rules, falling into fun. We'll skinny dip and pull, stay up till we see the sun. I don't care if we get caught. I'm not pleasing mama down tonight because everybody's trying to run. Breaking all the rules, falling into fun. We'll skinny dip and pull, stay up till we see the sun. I don't care if we get caught. There's no bailing on the night when you feel you're inside. Everybody's trying to run.
Awesome. Awesome.
you.
That rocked. That was fun, and it rocked. That was great. Intro question here. So, where'd you guys meet? How did you meet each other? How long you been performing? All that kind of, tell us about Prep Rally.
Yeah. Well, I was in this other Denver group called Jinx, we're no longer together, but we're still all good friends. But we had been going through a lot of guitarists, like a lot of guitarists and a lot of bassists. And then we were looking for a new guitarist, and after several weeks, we're just like, I don't know, maybe we should just like call it and everything. And then Drew like came in and auditioned and stuff. And
Did you guys put up an ad or
yeah,
how?
we
Did you?
put up an ad on Craigslist.
There it is.
And then
Another
Drew,
success story for
yeah,
Craigslist, I guess, right?
Well, let's hold on to the success part of that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I got in the band, and then like 3 weeks later, the band broke up.
Oh,
Like the bass player left, and they were like, "This is it, we're done."
Yeah.
And so
no.
two of the other band members had their own thing going on. So I was like, "Hey, Tatum, do you want?" Because I kind of been working on, I've played in kind of like guitar rock bands and piano rock bands and stuff all my life, but I was trying to start to get into like production and stuff. And I was like, "Hey, Tatum, would you be interested in doing like a kind of duo, kind of an electronic kind of a thing?"
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that was probably 2 years ago or so when we
Yeah.
first started meeting.
Yeah.
If you had no idea what we were doing, I had some piano riffs that I had kind of put together, and I sent them to Tatum, and I was like, "I don't know if we can do anything with this, but here's what I have."
Yeah.
And she,
Very cool.
she wrote lyrics to them, and they actually ended up becoming a couple of our first songs. So then we just kind of grew from there.
Very nice, very nice. So you had a kind of a direction in mind when you started, or was it? That's kind of an interesting thing, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I would say we had a solid direction, honestly. Like up until probably this album, we were just kind of like all over the place. We do kind of like jazzy kind of stuff in one song, and then the
Right.
next song would be more like poppy, and the next song would be kind of rocky, and it took us a little while to sort of find our niche or our kind of rut, or not, I don't want to say rut, but
That was my next question. So it kind of like how has it evolved? I suppose how has your creative process evolved into what it is now? I suppose that's kind of a loaded question, but
one that's hard to answer because it's not
Yeah.
something you're always consciously thinking about either.
absolutely, yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to take that one?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I guess from my perspective and everything, I can write songs and like basically map them out with like chords and stuff like that. I'm not a super strong instrumentalist, but like I know a lot of theory and all that
Oh, cool.
good stuff. So
That certainly helps.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
I would kind of start like getting ideas in my head, like aside from ideas that maybe Drew was sending, and then I would be like, oh, I wrote this out and everything. I don't know if we could do anything with it. And then Drew would just do some cool production or whatnot, some wizardry, and make it sound so much better. So I don't know, I guess.
Yeah, I think it evolved a bit from me sending you stuff to you starting to send me stuff, and then I would kind of work with that. And I would say from my end, it's gone from my go-to for when I'm writing and arranging is just I go to sit down with the piano and I just kind of work it out there.
Right.
So a lot of our earlier stuff just had a lot of heavy piano bass under it, and then some kind of production on top of that. But I would say over time that has become less and less that piano has been sort of the featured instrument to more of the background to not even there. Now it's we're real heavy into the synths and
Yeah. Sounds great, guys.
yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about your new album that's coming out the second.
Yeah,
April 2nd.
April
Not the
2nd.
not the first. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, it's no joke. So is this a full length album, EP?
Yeah, EP. Yeah.
Okay. And then tell me a little bit about it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's 7 songs on it. And I, I kind of have like a strong sort of like emotional connection lyric wise with like all of these songs and stuff. I'm kind of pulling from like, my personal experiences and such.
Yeah.
So like as a collection, I thought it would be cool to call it Head Rush and everything. Because I mean, it kind of has this idea of like, you're doing things too fast, too soon in life, but it's okay to slow down.
Right.
So
That's good advice.
yeah, I also do stand up really fast and get head rushes all the time.
Really?
So I do actually have to slow down.
We used to do that as a kid, just to, like you bend over. I don't know. You
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah,
You remember when we were kids?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Did silly stuff like that. Anyway, probably a little different, but cool. So you're releasing it on the 2nd, and where can people pick this up?
It's going to be, it'll be in all the usual suspects, so
Okay.
Spotify and, iTunes and Amazon and all of that.
Very
We will
cool.
also have it will be for sale on Bandcamp. You can buy the physical CD there, or you can get the digital album. You just missed the opportunity to fund the Kickstarter. That ended a couple of days ago.
Oh,
But anyways, I guess we won't talk about that. But yeah, so it'll be there. Obviously, you can pick it up when you come see us at a show. We'll be playing. So the release show for this for the EP is going to be on the 6th,
okay.
and that's down at the Walnut Room in Denver.
Oh, great. That's awesome. So Walnut Room on the 6th. Basically, you're released then, so you can do a show backing it and everything. That's awesome. So April 6th at the Walnut Room. Just you guys, or are you playing with somebody?
Yeah.
So yeah, we got some buddies that are opening for us. Deborah, I'm wearing their shirt today.
Deborah, is that a 4H at the end?
That is a 4H, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So,
I think they were formerly known as Future Babes.
gotcha. And what time are you guys thinking you going on?
The show starts at 8. We'll be on, I don't know, 8:45, 9, something like that.
Something like that.
Very cool. Well, that's great. That's very exciting. We do have time for one more, if that's cool with you guys.
Sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Load one up here.
What will you be leaving us with today?
Should we do Roll with the Punches?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that'll be the 3rd single off of the E EP.
Awesome. Roll with the punches.
Yeah.
And this is Prep Riley from Work Bird Sessions. Thanks, guys.
To err is human, to forgive is divine. Just roll with the punches, it'll be alright. The things that happen for no rhyme or reason are out of our control, like the changing seasons. I'll tell it like it is, cause it's not like it was. Bad things will happen sometimes just because. And it seems like I'm falling behind. Rip the rug out from my feet. I need a wake-up call. Oh, I've been through so much, I'm black and blue. Roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. They'll
Very cool. You guys are great. You guys are great. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having
Yeah,
us.
thank you so much. That's a great way to end the show. I'd like to say thank you very much again to Prep Rally for being here. Thanks so much for being on the show today. If you are a fan of Colorado music, please help support this program by becoming a patron on our Patreon page. Just go to patreon.com/workitbirdstudios. You can contribute per show or bi-monthly subscription, and any amount is highly appreciated and rewarded as well. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking subscribe underneath this video. I'd like to thank Jesse Albanese from Wild Acorns Media for production on these videos. For more information on Prep Rally music, and Bandcamp, all the usual places you would look, and I'll put all that information on the YouTube link for this episode. Lastly, I'd like to thank Jim Krasaniak, Eric Singer, and all the staff at Coop Studios for professional guidance and laughs for on Work at Bird sessions, and of course our Patreon supporters. Thank you so much. Another shout out for your release on the 2nd, and the title of the album one more time?
Head Rush.
Head Rush, April 2nd release. Walnut Room for Prep Rally on April 6th. And yeah, that's going to be a great show for you guys. That's
Yeah.
going to be so fun. Thank you again once more, last
Thank
time
you.
for coming in. Such a great having you guys here.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Work at Bird Sessions from Work at Bird Studios here in Longmont. The end.